You are now about to experience Brownbagtv, Episode 12, Black History Month, February 28th, Microsoft.
Hi everybody, my name is Rena Tolentino. I'm an artist, curator, and brand relationship manager here in Los Angeles, and we're here at the Microsoft office. Welcome. Okay, so here I have Shelly, and she's from the Art Directors Guild. Okay, Shelly, so please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Okay.
And what your job title is, and as well as your involvement with the community and mentoring kids from adults to youth.
I am from New York originally. I studied architecture, moved to California, and ended up in the entertainment industry as an art director, set designer. And I'm going on 30 years in the industry. So I've done a lot of medium from, TV, variety shows, sitcoms, features, and single camera episodic television. I give back a lot because I was fortunate enough to have a mentor. I started off early in my career after I left architecture with a gentleman by the name of William Newman, who is now retired and living in Bellingham. But Bill was one of those mentors that taught me a lot about being open to everything, being sure that I didn't just focus on my career and the skills I needed, because I very arrogantly thought I had them all, and I found out that it was important to give back, and then in giving back you gain so much more to the eye, that, it's not just the skills and the drive, but it's the community.
Hi, Jeff. How are you? Thanks for being here. Thank you, Shelly. Well, we're here at the Microsoft office, and I'm here with Jeff Burke. So, Jeff, tell me about yourself, what you do, what projects you're working on, and your role as a mentor, and what you want to see or what you need more.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you for having me. So I teach at UCLA in the School of Theater, Film, and Television. I'm the Associate Dean for Research and Technology there, and I teach in the theater department. My interest is really in how technology is impacting production. And so both live experience and sort of the future of film production. I was trained as an engineer, and so I'm particularly sort of interested in working with students that are maybe in the sciences but have an interest in the arts and want to figure out how to cross over, or students who are in the arts and want to figure out
STEAM.
like how to STEAM. So
That's what I'm about.
Okay, so
I'm an artist,
tell me
always
more.
integrating.
So what are your questions about?
Oh.
What are you doing? Like, how
So
does it work?
please, well, okay, so I do a lot, it's not about me right now. I do a lot of analog astronaut simulations, so it's all about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I'm the artist, and I'm always plugging in art in STEM environments, because we see a lot of technology and engineering, but no one ever thinks about art as a way for therapy, right? So that's what I do with these astronauts. I put art and therapy, and so I want to infuse tech and art, and so yeah, so you're here, so it's great. I just want to hear more about how you're putting this all together. There's so many trailblazers doing similar things, so I just want to hear what each person. I just want to hear.
Sure. So, like my interests, right? I've done a bunch of different types of art, from really experimental stuff to pretty traditional live performance. And my interest right now is looking at augmented reality in live performance. So, what happens when we're able to have a concert or a theatrical experience or some other kind of live event, and really integrate it in a fundamental way with what we might have on a mobile device, what might have on a screen or on a headset. And since I'm at a university, I have sort of a lucky opportunity to really dig into what are the storytelling challenges, what are the production design challenges. We had some folks that are talking about production design, and so like our students that are working in this area are thinking about, how do I design a physical set and a digital set, not just to be put together in cinema, not to be put together in the frame at the end, but to be experienced by a live audience. And so those are really cool technical challenges, really cool artistic challenges. So that's the current work that I'm doing. And then mentorship-wise, I'm really interested in how people can see technology as something they can shape for their own purposes and their own stories, and it's not something that they have to receive that somebody else is making. And so it comes from, in engineering, sort of believing that you can engineer something that's specific to you or specific to your story, and you don't have to just accept the things that are coming at you as products. And so that's what kind of, I love those types of mentorship opportunities, and I'm trying to, I think I'm here because we're trying to build more opportunities for that type of thing at UCLA, and been putting together some proposals to try to really enhance the support for STEAM experimentation in the area.
So, yeah, just share some more.
So I'm Mo. I'm a production designer and also practice architecture. So I started my career in architecture and did that for a number of years, 20. Who's counting? Plus. And then,
Oh, you were 20.
yeah, I know, I'm like 20. And I segued into film. So there in the film world, I still practice architecture in a sense with film, but I'm a production designer, so I'm involved with the overall look, the environments in which the characters live. So that's what I do. And also I work closely with a nonprofit organization called SMPRISE. And what we do there is you can find it at smprise.org. You can find it on the web, and what we do is basically mentor, and we collect mentees and we teach them things that they need to know that you just won't find on the film set. People have a tendency when it comes to mentors or just people in positions, they fail to realize that they have a star. And so that's one thing that we're really big on, paying it forward and giving our knowledge to someone younger.
Is there an age range?
No, you just have to have dedication. Because I just finished a
So
short.
you can be like 19 years old
Yes.
and apply.
Yes, 19, of course, you can apply.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So I can still apply. I'm just kidding. I'm a little over the 19.
You're
but-
18, so I don't know. We may have to revisit it. But
Yeah.
a recent project, my mentee was 55 plus, but he had a passion to work in the art department. So I'm like, come on over, and he learned a lot. And I was there, it's not an ego thing, it's not an ego thing, we're here to create a great project. So that's
Love
the
that.
goal.
Did you hear that?
We're
No
here.
ageism.
Yeah, not at all.
Any age. That's
Yes.
just, I love that because I find a lot of entertainment, it's always like you have to be from this age to this age, and if you don't, then you're cut. And it's like a lot of the times I was like, well, you look younger, but I don't fit that age group, and so I was automatically cut. And so it's good to know that there's avenues that there's no age discrimination. So yeah, this is really great that you have this opportunity for just essentially anyone and everyone who has the willingness to learn.
And the desire.
And
That's
the desire.
Yeah, the desire. Because film is not easy, but you have to have some level of dedication and discipline to show up on set every day and do an amazing job.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rena Tolentino. I'm an artist, curator, brand relationship manager, and we're here at Microsoft Office. And I have two amazing people here with me, but I can't tell you who they are yet. Because first, we're going to interview this person.
She can't tell you who we are because my name's very hard to pronounce.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I wanted to ask you to announce your name again,
Yes.
and I'd also like to know if you know the meaning of your name because it's very
Oh, absolutely.
unique. So I want to
Sure.
please share that with us.
Okay, I'll try to be brief about it.
Okay.
Because I actually have like 20 books on the shelf all about my names. Because I was curious.
Know your name, know where you come from, know your roots. And
Oh,
the part of
here
that
you
is
are.
knowing your name. And so that's why I wanted to ask.
So my name is Dionisio Tafoya, and that's a derivative of the Greek god Dionysus, which for some people, they're like, what is that? So it was the Greek god of theater, wine, and chaos, apparently, and that's kind of like
art,
I know. A little bit out there. But I am with the Art Directors Guild, and I am their chair of professional development. I am on their board of directors. I'm a trustee. I am also a board member of an organization called Creating Creators Incorporated, which does educational outreach programs for students looking to get career pathways into the entertainment industry. Everything from music to film and the traditional arts.
Arts, yeah.
Yes. So.
Very cool.
Yes.
So what projects are you working on right now?
I am working on a lot of projects.
What are you most excited about?
I am excited about everything. I try to be excited about anything that I'm getting involved in. I'm excited about this today because it's allowed me to meet a lot of different people in the education/entertainment nexus, right? And so one of the things that I'm most excited about is the program that I am working with at Creating Creators. So it's a digitally immersive scanning and modeling, and we're teaching high school students how to scan and model digital spaces so that way they can have career pathways to our Art Directors Guild.
What am I doing? Hi. Hello. My name is Candace Newman. I am the CEO and founder of Live Out Live. I'm LA-based senior level executive and producer in the live concert touring industry. Live Out Live is an organization that's inspired by my career and journey as a Black woman in the live concert industry. I worked in corporate America for 10 plus years in the live concert business, but experienced a lot of hurdles and setbacks and marginalization within corporate America. So I carved out a new pathway through Live Out Live where I wanted to create access, opportunity, provide resources, give access to my network to marginalized, disenfranchised groups, specifically Black and Latin, as young adults and professionals, and women.
Women who run this.
But furthermore, as I've transitioned into entrepreneurship in the live concert business, my company has evolved. And so I have an opportunity to produce and create activations and live endeavors with independent artists and emerging talent, and give them access to an industry that they probably typically wouldn't have access to so early on in their career. So through that access with artists and talent on stage, beyond the main stage, I'm able to activate young professionals and give them a pipeline opportunity, give them access to helping produce some of these live event endeavors, giving them access to just be in the space and connect with professionals who are producing at a high level. And it's an honor to be at the forefront of this endeavor.
Yeah. My name is Charles Johnson. I'm a program director for Community Economic Resilience Fund program at LEEDC. And essentially what we do is we're a regional convener. We get a lot of communities, community-based organizations, bring them together and talk about different pain points that's going on in their communities. And the state has released some monies to help alleviate some of those problems. So right now that's part of what I'm doing.
So you say the state is going to release some funds. When will that be?
Actually, the Los Angeles region, every region in California has already been awarded $5 million.
There's money!
We've been awarded, we haven't gotten it yet, but we've been awarded the money, it's on its way. And this is going to be to help do a lot of different activities in order to bring people together, talk about different projects that they may have, collaborate, use each other as resources to create different pilot projects and have the state fund that, because in 2 years there's going to be a bigger pot of money that's maybe sectioned off and given to all the different regions throughout California, where those pilot projects will be used to create jobs for people in underserved communities, help launch businesses, generally those people from underserved communities, all to kind of help mitigate the carbon footprint as well.
Okay, great. Great. So I'd like to know more about you. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what program you're a part of, your mentorship program. I know something is going on for 2 weeks, but already told me, but I'm not sure. But please elaborate and share.
So I'm Terrence Coles. I've been working with the Dakar Foundation for the Performing Arts for about 15 years. So definitely how this all came about. So some of the first two apprentices that we pulled together and brought to the table here are Timon and also JP, who's shooting right now. So really, I've been part of the process in trying to bring some of the talent through a digital video editing program to the state, to other organizations, and provide people with opportunities. So we're here applying for some of the funds on behalf of some of the students that we've been working with. So that's really been our interest and we started. I met Kevin probably 15, 20 years ago. We've been to Compton Unified School District. We've been at LA Mission College. I've taught courses on immersive media, exploration and careers. So I'll be doing a workshop in St. Louis at Webster University about career exploration in the field of AI, AR, VR, immersive media. So really taking the technology and trying to use that and melding that with the traditional production, right? So I think that's what's missing. I mean, here there's pathways. You hear about all the futuristic kind of things, but you don't necessarily understand that there's a foundational backbone. So that's why we started with digital video editors, so that they can come here, produce programs like this, and then move to the next level. Notice we're on a green screen. So there's going to be some kind of virtual set behind the green screen, right? So there's jobs and opportunity from the shooting all the way to what turns out to be the final product, and that prepares you for things like The Mandalorian. That's coming out tomorrow and those kind of things. So really trying to bridge those gaps that exist with talent and really mentorship. My goal would be to see other folks who maybe haven't had those opportunities, who come from Black and brown communities, underserved communities, have those kinds of opportunities here in the industry. And I think that's why we're here at Microsoft today. That's why I came today, was just to open some doors and find ways that people can find those opportunities.
That's so great! And thank you. We see what you've been working on. Like, everyone's here. Like, that's so great to see the spaces that you've actually been talking about working this event. So that's just
Well, it's good
amazing.
to see you to bring that to life, right? I mean, that's the other part, right? You have to have the talent. It's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
It's LAEDC and I think Jermaine, he's started by saying to what you said. I really came in with Dakar, but more as an independent activist. Somebody who said, you know what, I see some of the inequities that exist, I see some opportunities, how can I lend a voice to some of those opportunities? And so, it's about partnership, it's about finding ways to bridge those gaps, finding the kind of projects that we can all use to enable the next generation of folks and find those things. I mean, look, the job market is tough. And there's a lot of things that are uncertain. So, finding ways to produce, to communicate. If you think about independent production, it's always going to exist. There's always somebody who needs to put out content, whether it's for yourself, social media, digital media, whether it's for a company like Microsoft, whether it's for LAEDC. So that's another piece of this, right?